Despite seeing a nice bounce from the bear market lows, CRO is still well off of its previous all-time high, sitting just up near $1. And if you believe that this altcoin can in fact revisit previous all-time highs, that would mean you're looking at about an 830% move to the upside from current levels. So in today's video, we are going to break down 3 reasons why I am bullish on CRO and 3 catalysts that I do think will help move this altcoin to the upside in the upcoming bull run. Now, before we hop into the content, just a friendly reminder that I am not a financial advisor. I am simply here for your crypto news and entertainment purposes. And if you do enjoy the content, please consider hitting that sub and like button and turn that notification bell on so you can be notified when all of our latest videos go live on the channel. So hopping right in here with reason number 1, we're going to talk about the 3 reasons why I believe CRO could be a very nice performer in the next bull run. And then we are going to wrap things up by taking a look at the CRO chart as it currently looks, and we'll kind of see where I believe this project will go next. So reason number 1 is going to be Crypto.com, their regulatory expansion, and just their approval all across the world that I do believe is setting this app up to be one of the biggest in the upcoming bull run. So we saw back here in late December that Crypto.com received authorization as an electric money institution from the United Kingdom's Financial Conduct Authority. Now, this is a pretty big deal because the UK is looking to be sort of like a global crypto hub. And on top of that, they are pretty strict in terms of their regulations when it does come to these different exchanges. So to see Crypto.com in compliance with the UK, that is a very big market for them. And we actually saw their CEO, Chris Marszalek, acknowledge that here, saying the UK has and continues to be a hugely important market for business and the greater industry. We look forward to continuing to collaborate with a global regulatory leader in the FCA in our collective pursuit of responsible innovation for crypto. And this is off the back of a ton of regulatory approval that they got throughout the bear market, including Singapore, Dubai. We got Australia here, Greece, Cyprus, Italy, Cayman Islands, Ontario Securities Commission, and Canada Securities Administrators, Spain as well. I mean, the list goes on. They got a ton of regulatory approval throughout the bear market. Really, I think in an attempt to just prepare themselves to onboard the next wave of crypto users. And we know that CRO is the native token of the Crypto.com app. They do also offer certain products that incentivize their users to not only buy CRO, but also to continuously hold it to receive some pretty nice benefits, including the Visa program as well as the Crypto Earn program, which we are going to discuss a little bit more in depth after a quick word from this video sponsor. This video is brought to you by CORGIAI, the biggest meme coin on the Cronos chain, which has had a very impressive performance since launching in mid last year. Now, additionally, they are continuing to expand on their ecosystem with their new CORGIAI creator NFTs, with phase 2 actually launching about 12 hours from now at 6 a.m. EST. So effectively, the way this works, the way to become a CORGIAI creator is simply by actually typing in a very detailed prompt, and based on your prompt, you are going to generate an NFT. So this one says CORGIAI Rage Mode, Muscular, Screensaver for Dragon Ball, Movie, Neon Light, and there you can see that is what was generated. So a very cool concept for NFTs, one that we don't see too often. And yeah, their phase 2 is actually going to be going live in about 12 hours. So aside from getting your own customizable NFT, there is other incentives to actually be a part of the CORGIAI Creator Club. So they say here, create a one-of-a-kind piece that could bring you special surprises in the future. Embrace the culture. It's what it's all about. We are excited to share that we'll be allocating $100,000 in CORGIAI to reward their creator users. All proceeds from the Top Dog NFT sale will be given back to you. Let your furry friends bring you gains by staking the Top Dog NFTs on Minted Network and earn CORGIAI tokens in return. So a pretty cool concept of actually staking your Top Dog NFTs there to then generate CORGIAI, which as we stated has had a pretty impressive performance since its launch. So I would like to thank CORGIAI for sponsoring this video, and do feel free to check out phase 2 of the mint when it goes live. Now, the Crypto.com Visa, this is actually what initially got me bullish on CRO. Way before we even saw the Cronos chain kind of be what it is today. The Crypto.com Visa is one of the big reasons that I was bullish on CRO. Okay, in my opinion, this was and really still is one of the best, if not the best, crypto Visa that is offered in a lot of different places around the world. And the reason this does directly relate to CRO is, not just because it does have the CRO icon right there on it, the Crypto.com logo, but also because you actually have to buy and lock up a certain amount of CRO to be eligible to even receive this card in the first place. So there are different tiers here that you have to lock up a certain amount of CRO. The bottom tier is the free card, but that doesn't really have any benefits. And then above that, you have to lock up 400 USD worth of CRO for the tier 4, 4,000 USD worth of CRO for tier 3, 40,000 USD worth of CRO for tier 2, and 400,000 US dollars worth of CRO for tier 1. And these cards offer 1, 2, 3, and 5% cashback respectively, all of which do also have the opportunity to be increased based on the Rewards Plus program. So the Crypto.com Visa, in my opinion, is a very big value driver for Crypto.com and for CROcoin itself. And it does kind of help incentivize users of the app to not only use Crypto.com, but also to be a holder of their native token. So that is definitely good for this altcoin, in my opinion. Now, secondly, we do have the Cronos POS and the Cronos chain that I do want to kind of discuss here, moving away from the centralized side of things and moving into the blockchain side of things, because not only is CRO an exchange token, but it does also power 2 different blockchains, the Cronos POS chain, which is kind of where you go to get your yield, and then the Cronos chain, which is where you have a lot more of the dApp infrastructure being built out. So the Cronos POS chain at the moment has actually got 9.15 billion CRO locked up here. So if we take a look at CoinMarketCap and we take a look at the current circulating supply of this altcoin coming in at about, this is 25.2 bill. This is not up to date. I think last we heard from the Cronos team, the circulating supply was about 26.5 bill. So if you consider right off the bat that 9.15 billion of that is locked up on the Cronos chain earning that yield, that is over 30% of all CROcoin circulating being staked here for that passive income. Now, when I say locked up, it's obviously not, locked up, but the reason that I do take a look at the staking stats for the Cronos POS chain is because you cannot simply unstake this whenever you want. If you want to go ahead and unstake your CRO from the Cronos POS chain, it has to go through a 28-day unbonding period. Now, we know that crypto is very fast moving, okay? Prices can spike up and down within a single day. So I think it's safe to say for the most part that people who are locking up their CRO, or rather staking their CRO on the Cronos POS chain, are probably not looking to flip it for a quick buck and probably are in it for the long run, acknowledging that they do have to wait 4 weeks to get that CRO back after they have officially unstaked. So that's why I take a look at the Cronos POS chain. I do think it's kind of important to just take a look at how much CRO is actually locked up, helping to delegate that chain and earning that 5.37% yield. Now, the Cronos chain itself is another one that I do look at to see how much CRO is actually locked up here, but I don't think this is as relevant to the price of CRO, only because, on the Cronos chain, unless people are in liquidity pools or something, for the most part, the CRO on this chain can come and go as people, utilize the different dApps that it does offer, where the Cronos POS chain is really where you go to actually lock it up and earn that yield. So if we take a look here at stakingrewards.com, we can see here that CROcoin does officially have a staking ratio of 33%. So it's about, 0.29% off of a third of all CROcoin actually being locked up here. And that is, in my opinion, a pretty good look for CROcoin. And the more of a coin that you do see staked, the better, in my opinion. I want to get to the just to the main page and kind of show you, some of these coins like Solana and AVAX have over 60% staked. Yeah, Solana's got 67%, AVAX has 52%, Aptos has 85%, Sui has 82%. Like, a lot of these coins up here have, 50+% of their supply staked. And then you got ETH and BNB who do not. But yeah, generally speaking, I do think it's a good look for an altcoin to see that majority of the circulating supply is locked up, earning some passive yield, and especially on something like the Cronos POS chain where it is subject to that unbonding period. Now, I do want to talk about the Cronos chain as well, because this one right here is interesting. I mean, when it came out, it was growing really quickly climbed up the ranks, but really over the past year, it has found itself kind of moving its way down the rankings, still in the top 20, no longer in the top 10, currently sitting in 17th place. So one thing I'm looking at that could potentially drive some volume and attention back to Cronos is the announcement that was made in mid-December about the Cronos Labs Hyperchain testnet that is, I believe it is live at the moment, and they are looking for a mainnet launch at some point in June or July of next year. Therefore, the Cronos ecosystem will now be multi-chain, all powered by Crocoin, and we're talking about Crypto.com, as well as 3 different chains: the Cronos POS chain we just covered, the Cronos EVM blockchain we are talking about right here, and then the Cronos ZK EVM Hyperchain, which what they're saying here could help further broaden its user base and make it easier to move liquidity back and forth between Ethereum and the Cronos chains. So those are the 3 big things I am looking at when it does come to Crocoin. I'm looking at Crypto.com, the Cronos POS chain, as well as the Cronos chain, and the upcoming Cronos Hyperchain, which could be a good narrative for this coin. Similar to Polygon Avalanche 2.0. It's not an upgrade of the original Cronos chain, but another blockchain powered by Crocoin itself. Now, speaking of Crocoin, taking a look at the charts, the one big thing I'm really eyeing here that I have been keeping an eye on, really for a while when it comes to this altcoin and a lot, is the bull market support band. Okay, we can actually see here, zooming out, how good the bull market support band has actually been at generally, kind of indicating longer term trends, like Crocoin actually getting rejected here in April of 2022. This was at like 50 cents, and then it landslid all the way down to 12 cents, got rejected again. And you can basically see here that under the bull market support band, the altcoin continued to face selling pressure. Now, when we actually saw a break above the bull market support band back in October, this led to a very nice move for Crocoin. It basically ran, from that 5.5 cent breakout range up to about 12.5 cents, just under that. And now it has actually come back down, and so far it appears to have backtested the bull market support band as an area of support. So really just keeping an eye on that level to see what happens. So on that note, let me know what you think about Crocoin in the comments down below. Do you think it can hit $1 in the upcoming bull run? I do want to hear what you guys think about that. I hope you all enjoyed the content in today's video. I hope you are all staying happy, safe, and healthy, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace out for now.